Damn, you look sexy as hell.
I look sexy. You look tired. I mean,
hold on. Sorry. Have you checked your mustache, bro? Your beard? I mean, your beard.
What's wrong with my beard?
It's time to go see Diane the barber.
Thanks for tuning in to the video recap of episode 20.
Vente.
He tries to do the.
It's venti. It's a venti cup.
Huh?
A venti cup.
Large. Okay, it's 20 ounces. All right. Thanks for tuning in episode 20 of Keepin with the Geek Bros, the video recap. Stay tuned for all the shenanigans. This is gonna be a short one. That's what she said.
In a world where geeking out never looked so good, two incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure. Here's your hosts, Juancho and Vibe. Keeping up with the Geek Bros.
I am very scared right now.
We have to do a sound test, so please hold.
What the hell is all that about?
I have no idea.
I am very scared right now.
Alright, it's working. We have to do a sound test, so please hold. Okay.
As we hold our hands together on camera. It's episode 20, number 20000000.00.
What the heck is happening here?
That's how much dollar bills I got in my bank account.
You mean that's a $2 and point and zeros and a decimal points. That's what he's talking about.
Pretty much. Very true. It's not payday this week.
No, it's not payday this week.
And it was Thanksgiving, so money out the bank. So what's going on? What's going on, guys? This is Juancho.
This is Vibe.
And this is episode number 20 of Keeping Up with the Geek Bros. And so yeah, what's going on, Vibe? How you doing?
Well, how was your weekend first? Let's get into that.
Really wonderful weekend, by the way. Me and Vanessa decided to do our engagement photo shoot. Shout out to Tate's for letting us do our photo shoot at the store.
So much Tate's.
At the same time, I got an email while we were doing the photo shoot that me and Vanessa have won tickets to see Howl's Moving Castle.
What's that?
It's a movie by Hayao Miyazaki, the same director that I was talking to you about last week. About he was gonna make his final movie and he wants to release the movie before the 20 Olympics.
Oh, that was the last episode we talked about it,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
Oh, okay, wow,
so
look at that.
I know, right? What a coincidence.
It's an early wedding gift. Ooh, from Tate's.
Thank you, Tate's, for that. That was a lot of fun.
Yep, shout out to Tate's. Tate's is a fantastic supporter of Geek Bros, so really thankful for that. My weekend was editing, and it was Santa's Enchanted Forest, and it was Friendsgiving. We had a Friendsgiving over the weekend with Garbanzo and Pink Jess. That was interesting. It was definitely not family friendly. I took Theo Star and Joy Fire there, and that was hilarious. Other than that, it was a good weekend.
I'm so proud of you.
What?
I'm so proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
So tell me, what else is new?
With what?
The Geek Bros and the Geek Girls.
There you go. That's the question. What's new with the Geek Bros and the Geek Girls? Geek Bros, we're currently in post-production for the Justice League and Childish Critics. No, sorry, the Geek Bros Justice League crossover, mighty crossover with the Childish Critics movie review. It is actually almost done. I was not finishing it until I got both the Childish Critics and the Geek Bros episodes back to back because it kind of one leads into the other very, very briefly. So like a minor thing. So you'll see the full review, which you guys got last week, was kind of like a podcast radio review. Juancho and I actually did a full review, non-spoiler of course, of Justice League, and then the Childish Critics jumped in right afterwards and they did their non-spoiler review. So it was actually kind of fun. You should check that out. Geek Girls still on hiatus, still working on the reboot, but we'll get back to you guys with that shortly. And that's pretty much it. We're actually gonna be filming right after this a special call to action episode that I really would like you guys to watch. It's actually going to segue from today's controversial topic about net neutrality. So if there's any video we would like you guys to watch, comment, and share, it's our mini episode that's going to be put on YouTube. It's a call to action, net neutrality. Very important. So,
very important.
With that being said, Juancho, what brings us here today?
There's not much comic book news out this week, so we have none to disclose. We have movie stand-up for the weekend, video games out this week. As well, we have the Golden Joystick Award was this past weekend.
That sounds...
So we already have winners for those.
That doesn't sound family-friendly.
We're going to remember, give or take, remember somewhat of what we chose for the other video game awards that's happening on December 7th. So from there, we'll see. We have Open Mic and Anime Invasion. For Anime Invasion, we have Juancho's doing his Sword Art Online Season 1 review so far of the episode he's watched. Well, I've watched. Open Mic, Justice League. EA had no choice. Splatoon Fest winner. Pokemon Go will catch them all. And net neutrality.
That'll be our controversial topic. Very important.
Very controversial. Very important, by the way. I didn't know much about net neutrality until Vibe brought it up. And I'm very interested to see what Vibe has to say about this, and we'll discuss this. We'll have an open mic discussion.
Open mic.
Alright, guys. As you can see, guys, and those who are watching us a week later, there's no computer.
Well, not a week later, a couple of days later. We're not
yes.
We're not doing this a week anymore. It's going to be at the end.
Later.
So,
there's no computer. So, guess what you guys have the pleasure of?
Hearing your acapella style of your anthems and your scene breaks.
Vibe, you know what to do. Ready? Weekend movie standout. Yeah. Coco, Pixar animated movie. I'm actually going to go
Pause. You put Fresh Scent.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, zing zing! I just sorry you guys don't get it. He made a big deal about last week how it was called the new scent or whatever it was.
No, it was also could be called the Fresh Scent.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It wasn't.
Look back at the previous episode then.
Was it called Fresh Scent?
Yeah.
It wasn't new scent?
No.
I mean, I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
I have to apologize on behalf of Director Jason and Vibe to Juancho for getting that wrong and thinking that he messed up. He was really excited for a minute and he's wrong. Carry on. Coco.
Coco, the Pixar animated movie. The movie is about a young boy and doing the festival Day of the Day. The Day of the Dead?
The Dead of the Day?
The Dead of the Day.
The Dead of the Day.
It's a Mexican festival that celebrates the death of their family members.
That was a scene that they had in Batman vs Superman, right? That was the same.
The little movie, yeah.
Okay,
so
yeah, with the painted skulls on their faces.
Exactly. So the movie looks really good. I'm pretty sure it's gonna beat out the Justice League.
I heard a lot of good things about this movie.
I'm gonna take Vinay after we see Howl's Moving Castle. We're gonna go see this movie. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I think you should take Joyce Fire and Theo Star to see the movie.
Not gonna happen.
Why?
Because I don't want to go see that.
But what if they want to see it?
They probably don't. They've outgrown those kind of movies. They want the Deadpools and the Daddy's Home 2s, and they want the stuff like that. Is your phone on vibrate? I said put that on silent, dog. That's not professional.
You like it when
dog.
it vibrates.
That is a personal matter, and I would like you not to discuss that on our podcast.
So yes, I'm excited to see this movie. So we'll see how that movie turns out to be. I've heard great things. So hopefully it beats Justice League. Couple slaps in the face to get it to straighten out.
I agree. I concur.
Alright. Video games out this week. We have Lumo for the Nintendo Switch. Battle Chef Brigade for PC and Nintendo Switch. Axiom Verge Multiverse Edition for PS4, Vita, and Nintendo Switch. Axiom Verge for PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Monster of the Deep Final Fantasy 15 PS4. The Impatient PS4. Unbox Newbie's Adventure for Nintendo Switch. River City Rival Showdown 3DS, 3DSe. Moto XGP3, the official motocross video game for the Nintendo Switch. Super Beat Sonic for Nintendo Switch.
Sega.
Azuri Striker Gunvolt Striker Pack for Nintendo Switch. Dead Synchronicity Tomorrow's Comes Today Nintendo Switch.
These are some interesting titles.
Urgnog Order Unlimited Nintendo Switch. Rec Room for PS4, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney for 3DS, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, which I'm playing right now, for iPhone and Android.
You guys can see that he posted a screenshot on the Geek Bros Instagram.
As you guys, please stay tuned in the Geek Bros Instagram to see the review of the game.
That's GEEKBR
0S. Battle of the Bulge for PS4, Mantis Burns Racing for Nintendo Switch, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Explorers Edition for Nintendo Switch,
Bigger map.
Stick It to the Man, Nintendo Switch,
Also big map.
Transcripted, Nintendo Switch, Worms WMD, Nintendo Switch, Polar Knights, Nintendo Switch, Letter Quest Remastered, Nintendo Switch, Kid Trip, Nintendo Switch, Physical Contact, Picture
Nintendo
Plays,
Switch? No, stop.
Nintendo 3DS, Breakout, Defense 2, Wii U, Crimson Land,
Nintendo Switch.
and Red Game Without a Great Game Name.
Also Nintendo Switch.
Alright, those are the games for this week, guys.
Woo! What's up with Nintendo Switch, man? They're dominating all the.
It's coming, and wait till they have their big Xenoblade 2 coming out in 2 weeks from today.
Wow.
So they're going.
I guess it's the Switch life. So.
All right, and the winner of the Golden Joystick Awards. Last week we had a fun time picking winners for the.
Juancho had a fun time picking winners. All we looked at was, well, Juancho and I had a moment where we gazed into an adult male's eyes, and we were unsure of ourselves anymore. So that's as much as we got.
All right, so best storytelling goes to Horizon Zero Dawn. Best visual design, Cuphead.
Cuphead.
The best audio, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the
Cuphead.
Wild. Best gaming performance sponsored by The Sun, Ashley Birch. Hero Zero Dawn. That was the ginger one.
Right. But did we choose her?
Yes,
we did.
Yes.
She's so pretty.
Best indie game in collaboration with Square Enix Collective. Friday the 13th, the game.
As in like the Jason Killer
Yes.
movie? Really?
Yes. It's a pretty fun game.
You would say that.
Best multiplayer game sponsored by GT Omega. Players Unknown's Battleground. Studio of the Year, Nintendo EPD. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
Best VR game, Resident Evil 7, Biohazard. Esports Play of the Year, sponsored by Intel, Agilities. Esports Team of the Year, Lunatic Hey. Esports Game of the Year, sponsored by Omen by HP.
Overwatch.
Best Streamer and Broadcaster, Marquee Pillar.
Aww,
Handheld Mobile Game of the Year, sponsored by Bespoke Arcades, Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Of course.
Nintendo Game of the Year, The Legend of Zelda,
Of
Breath
course.
of the Wild. PlayStation Game of the Year, Horizon Zero Dawn. Xbox Game of the Year, Cuphead.
Cuphead!
PC Game of the Year, Players Unknown Battleground. Critics' Choice Awards, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Of course.
Breakthrough Award, sponsored by Batfly, Ashley Birch. Hall of Fame, Final Fantasy. Most Wanted Award, The Last of Us Part 2. Still Playing Award, World of Tanks. Wow, that game's still out? Outstanding contribution to the UK game industry, sponsored by The Telegraph. Debbie's Bestwick MBE. Lifetime Achievement Award. Sid
Meier. I'm listening to you right now. That's the guy that's done all the Civilizations. I still play Civilizations every single game that
Have you
comes
played
up.
the most recent one?
No, I'm still on Civ.
Beautiful.
I'm still on Civ. Which one is out now?
I think
6?
eight.
8?
I think it's 8.
I'm still playing 5. I love 5. I don't want to play anything else but 5.
Oh my god, the game is beautiful. While we read the last game, and I'm looking up the last civilization. Which
Ultimate game of the Year.
The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild. So I don't know if you remember the ones that we picked. If this is a sign of the Video Game Awards show that's coming on December 7th, do you think any of our choices that we picked are actually going to make it?
Yeah, Cuphead. I'm pretty sure Cuphead and Overwatch, and apparently Zelda. Those things are definitely going to be making it.
Correction, they're currently at 6.
What? Exactly, that's what I thought.
Yes,
I mean, I know I'm playing 5, and I'm not playing 6 yet because I love 5 so much. There's just so
I
much
can
to
tell
do.
you right now that after watching this, we picked Nintendo Super Mario Odyssey for some of them. I think Zelda's gonna probably take the. Listen.
No, I think Odyssey is gonna come out of the left field and beat the crap out of it because Odyssey seems to be an amazing game. I haven't played it, but I've heard really good things.
I have to bring my Switch so you can play it.
You need to leave your Switch here so I can play it.
Very true.
There you go. Carry on.
And the Nintendo's having a fantastic end of the year.
Nintendo's having a fantastic year. Period. They're dominating everything. Critically acclaimed stuff. I mean, I've never seen any hardware video game a company come back from a demise like this. They came back.
And let me tell you,
We thought they were going
without
the way of
Xenoblade still out,
Yep.
not out yet, and coming December 7th, and they still have Xenoblade to end of the year.
Yeah. You know, you have to give
Oh
Nintendo
my
credit.
goodness.
You have to give it. You knew for a fact they looked like they were done. They looked like they were done. That's they bombed like the way Sega did. They bombed like the way Atari did. They bombed. So you thought they were going.
I thought they were done. Remember at one point, I think episode 1 of Keeping Up with the Geek Bros, we said Nintendo is done.
Yeah, we said it was
That's
done.
it?
We said it was going the way of Sega. I think we had
Software.
we both decided they need to go on software and to give their characters out and just become software. We said it, but man, they stuck to their guns. They tightened up.
Here's the thing: they did give their Mario, one of the characters, to Ubisoft to make them a brand new game. It was the first time that we actually see Mario using a gun. We've never seen
very
Mario
true.
use a gun.
Very
So
true.
that's, if this is what Nintendo's capable, I can't wait to see what a Zelda game in a different third party will do. What a Bomberman game
I
on a third
think
party
that
will do.
this is what part of helped them is that they changed their philosophy. That instead of being all in house, they're being very rigid about it. They're beginning to stretch out, and they're reaching a different demographic, a different market. And you're letting more creative hands get on it. It's part of their revival. If they keep doing this, they'll be back on top.
Do you think?
Well, I mean, they're kind of on top, but
Do you think the ones who brought the games, the Nintendo back was the current generation instead of the old school generation that was like PS4, Xbox centric, or do you think Nintendo is now capitalized on that generation that they missed by so many years?
I think they revitalized their own demographic. You see what I'm saying? I think what they did is they capitalized on the fact that they are the undisputed mobile king when it comes to handheld devices. Okay, they're undisputed. So when they decided to take that, they said, okay, well, what are we doing with the DS and the 3DS that's keeping it going? And they incorporated that a little more into it. And I think that they successfully brought in their handheld gamers and their core gamers to revitalize this. Are they more open to other parties? Yes, I agree.
Yep.
But I think what they did is they successfully grabbed, because I know people that only buy Nintendo handheld devices. They successfully suckered in the handheld devices and the Nintendo core heads and brought themselves back.
They're doing a fantastic stuff. Now they're tapping into the mobile devices with, for example, the big game that came out today. What's the game? Pocket Camp.
Okay.
It was a big game on the 3DS. Animal Crossing.
Right.
So now that they have it on the mobile device, I'm pretty sure that a lot of people are stoked to see what else they can come up with. For example, let me read some of the titles that are coming out for 2018, so we can see what we have. So we have Kirby Battle. No, sorry. Let me hold on.
Get up in there.
Games. Get up in there. All right, coming soon.
Coming
soon. We have Lost Sphere, Life Fingers, Next Hero Up, Runner 3, Shovel Knight, Kings of the Cards, Kirby Star Allies, Dragon Quest Builders, Alliance Alive, Radiant Historia, Steep, Sushi Striker, Away, Celeste, Flipping Death, Hunt Down, Monster Boy, Octopath Traveler, Super Meat Boy Forever, Yuku's Islands Express, and Yoshi. So Nintendo has a lot of good games coming out in 2018. I can't wait to see what other third-party games are coming out. It's gonna be really well. Those who are playing Splatoon out there, there's a big update coming out soon, so you guys stay tuned to that update. It's going to give you a level cap of 99 now. If you pass level 99, you can actually ask to be put into a special class that gives you a star, and you can start all over again to level up. But now instead of one level, you're star level 1. So look for that, guys.
That's interesting.
So yes, moving to Anime Invasion. So recently I was in a mission to find a new show after I finished Parks and Recreation. So like, what do I watch? Do I want to watch a new Punisher game, the new Punisher Netflix series, or do you want to watch something light? So I decided to watch Sword Art Online. So I heard great things about this anime, and I'm totally hooked. Story consists of a virtual reality world where someone plugs themselves into a machine, and they go into the game, and they play that avatar in that game, feeling, without trying to die in real life. One of the game masters ends up going into the game itself and telling everybody you're not allowed to leave anymore. The only way to leave the game is you beat it. And if you die in the game, you die in real life.
Really?
So now all these characters, they have the power-ups. It's quite interesting. It's a quite mixed feeling to it.
Well, what kind of genre? Are we talking about just action-adventure?
Action-adventure.
Is there comedy in it? Or?
It has a mixture of comedy and action-adventure. There's some parts in there that are like funny. There's some parts that are like really... It has a little mix of everything. It feels like I'm playing a World of Warcraft game and watching it come out. So,
okay. All right. So, all right. So I can see why you like it.
Exactly. Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
So, yeah, that's it for my anime invasion. Do you have anything to say for anime invasion?
No, I haven't done any new thing yet. I'm still... What's going on here? I'm still working with the CW stuff, so I'm gonna get to you guys with that. I'm not gonna do a review until after the 4-night crossover. Oh no, so the 2-night 4-episode crossover.
Is it true that they're making a what is it called? A big world where everybody has to fight, even Dr. Freeze and everybody comes together? I saw a picture of them online.
It's yeah. Well, they do a crossover every year for the most part.
And they're bringing everybody in.
All four shows. It's called Crisis on Earth X.
Exactly.
And that's gonna be huge. So I decided I'm not gonna start my CW review. I want to see this first. I'm gonna do a major review for that, and then I'm gonna start doing episode by episode. I'll tell you guys how I feel about the season so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Just so you guys know. But yeah.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at.
Now we're moving to open mic
discussion.
Oh my goodness. Alright, Justice League disappoints in the box office. Can you believe it made $94 million?
And you know what?
Weekend?
And here's the thing.
On opening weekend.
But here's the thing. That's $94 million. That's a lot of money, isn't it?
Oh, but how much did it cost them to make the movie?
Exactly. They were judging. Warner Brothers was judging that this was going to make $120 to $130 million opening weekend. The budget is well over $300 million for this movie, and so they're actually on track to. They think they're going to lose $100 million off this movie. And the problem with that is that this opening weekend was less than Batman vs Superman. It was less than Wonder Woman. It was less than Suicide Squad. Significantly less than Suicide Squad, by the way.
Thor did better than this movie.
Well, Thor, I mean, of course Thor did. And so they're saying it's one of two things. It's either DCEU is in trouble or Thor kind of just stole their thunder. Because Thor did come out 2 weeks before. People were... This is the first time that two comic book movies came out 2 weeks apart. So is it possible that they already saw a team-up movie and they're not interested in it? Or was it just that bad? So, I mean, it's unfortunate.
I'm very, very really shocked by it. I really thought that movie was going to do somewhat decent, but I guess not.
It's true. I expected the movie to not be that good, but to do it with... Because Batman vs. Superman was horrible, but it did well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I expected it to be... I had no expectations for the movies, but I expected it to do well. This is a huge wake-up call to Warner Brothers to say, listen, either you give up, or you do something different with your DCU because it's not working.
It's not. It hasn't worked.
It's not working. This is the exact opposite that we saw from the original Avengers. However, the Avengers had the luxury of having little episodes building up to the Avengers. All they had was what? Superman. Then they had Batman vs Superman. And then they had Wonder Woman, which really didn't connect so much to this.
It was forced into Batman vs Superman.
Exactly. And no, Wonder Woman. I mean, the movie.
Oh, the movie after.
And then, and so you only had 4 movies. None of which really built toward
and now
this.
You're going to have a Flash movie and an Aquaman after you put the Justice League?
Exactly.
Makes no sense.
So, the Avengers, they had one MacGuffin pretty much, the Tesseract, and it kind of all led toward the Avengers movie. And, it worked out. So, this is what happens when you try and rush something. You really... If they took the time to, slow burn their universe... But they shoved it all in there, and it's not working out, unfortunately. That's what she said. So, it's unfortunate, but I don't see the DCU lasting beyond maybe a Justice League 2, if they even go that far. I think it's pretty much, it's going to die in the water, unless they're going to stubbornly drag it out, trying to figure out what they're doing wrong.
Very true. Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay? Because
Warner Brothers, get it together.
They may have no choice.
So, EA Sports had no choice. Well, they're not called EA Sports, they're just called EA.
EA, it's in the game.
No, it's in your wallet. They want your wallet. They want your money. So, it's in a lot of trouble.
EA, take a loan.
I think Disney, because it was Disney bought, Star Wars, the Star Wars name and everything. I think Disney saved them and didn't want a good game to be completely.
How do you figure they saved though?
Well, you know, it's Disney, so they probably say, yeah, you guys better get crap together.
Also, they didn't save them. They probably put
Tell them together,
some kind of ultimatum and so yeah.
Yeah, every fan base is very, very, very picky to their
They're
stuff.
very vocal, yes.
The first fans that I think are very vocal, this has nothing to do with the Rick and Morty fans.
Yes.
After the whole Szechuan sauce situation, let me tell you.
But that was a huge oversight.
Yeah. And then the next one is Star Wars, in my opinion.
The Trekkies are in there.
So EA now is going to be facing. I read something this morning today. I don't have the article with me. Hawaii is actually going to investigate on gambling problems with EA because of their boxes. Because you're paying to play these boxes, and yet you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah, you are rolling the dice.
So
but that's no different than any of the other loot box in mobile games.
Exactly, and so EA. Here's the thing about EA. They stopped everything, but they said after December, after they tweak the game, they're going to go back into microtransactions. What people are really upset, and after reading more and more and more, is that they don't want this game to be a pay-to-win game. They want this game to be a game where you have to have fun and be able to enjoy leveling up and not be forced to pay for it.
But here's the thing, though: they're not forcing you to pay. It just makes it's more difficult to achieve what you want to achieve, just like any other mobile game.
Okay, exactly, but this is not a mobile game. You're paying $60. Correction, you're paying $5 for an app, or the minimum that you pay.
You're right.
And now you're paying $60 for a video game.
You're right, and then you have to invest even more money. You're right. You're
because
absolutely right.
Because all the other players are paying to win.
Most mobile games are free, and they have transactions in it, and it's your choice. You're paying for a game, and also have to pay for advantages. You know, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's a very good analogy. You know what? It's true. I have to admit, I was very hard on the community because I'm like, you guys are used to this. These are mobile games, but you're absolutely you hit the nail on the head.
Exactly.
The mobile games are usually anywhere from nothing to $5, you know, and
minimum $5, $8.
No, maybe maximum. I've seen some higher, but they don't have much microtransactions in them. But it's usually free to $5, maybe $8, and then you have microtransactions. That's a choice. You're absolutely right, Juancho.
Yeah. For example, the Pokemon game, Battle Duel.
Yes.
That's a microtransaction game because it's free.
You're right.
But if you want to get those special things, you gotta pay for it. That's fine.
Yeah, it's true. And I love Pokemon Duel.
And I brought that up the other day when I was playing the Simpsons game because the Simpsons game is actually by EA Origins. Yes, I paid some of it because I wanted some of those exclusive characters. After EA screwed me over about stealing my money and not letting me get my money back for those characters that was purchased after they deleted my account, I lost faith in them. Yet they still continue to make games.
We all know you did because you went on a rant like nobody's ever heard before. Last episode, you went ham.
I'm very upset, bro.
When we were done with the recording session, he said, "I gotta go," and slammed my door.
Well, they did mess up Mass Effect, the last game, the Mass Effect 3. Was it 3 or the last Mass Effect? The studio messed it up. The game wasn't. They lost its path, and I think it's the studio. The studio's lost its contact with the gamers and the gaming society, and now it's all about making money.
They're getting greedy,
and I'm scared because EA is a big company out there. What I would like to see EA do, that I'm actually reading about, is trying to get the subscription-based gaming, like for sports games, instead of actually paying every year $60. And the next year, the game that you bought a year ago is only $10 now because there's a new one out. So to save that, get the characters going, get the players, to get a subscription based on a yearly basis, so they can play FIFA, they can play Madden, and the characters and the rosters continue getting updated. A lot of these games, like from 2016 to 2018, there hasn't been much of a graphic or updates. How much more graphics can you force out on Xbox One and a PS4 every year for sports games? So that's what I'm saying.
I totally agree.
So I don't think your kids play any sports games. I'm thinking more into adventure games. So you're not feeling that $60 paying every year, paying them a FIFA 17, a FIFA 18, and then still within those games there's microtransactions.
Yeah, it's true. You're absolutely right, and that's a huge problem when it comes to finances and kids playing it. And then you know what it do, and the fact that these microtransactions, it's not that hard to just order it, and then your parents have to figure it out.
Can you imagine if I would have paid those $80 that I actually put? Because I actually returned the game because after I found out there was going to be microtransactions, after I got a deluxe edition, paying $80 from GameStop.
But didn't they stop you?
Didn't
they stop you?
No.
Didn't they get rid of the refund option?
Oh no, hold on, that was something else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I paid $80 for that game, and then I got a refund because I'm like, I'm not gonna pay $80 to then have to compete against other players because they're playing to win. After I spent $80 of my hard-earned money for a game that's gonna have microtransactions, after you paid that amount of money, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. As much as I want to play.
Do you hear him? Either he's getting up there again. I see the veins popping out.
As much as I want to play Battlefront, I'm not going to spend money on this game. GameStop's still working on their $60 subscription base. I spoke to one of the stores in Miami, and they're still working on that. I did ask them, because they had the holiday issues, and on the back of the holiday issue magazines, they have the $60 promotion for the game. And I asked the store manager, I'm like, hey, I read an article stating that you guys were going to remove all your magazines because you're doing basically false advertisement. You're advertising something that's not longer there anymore.
Did you just call out somebody like that? What's wrong with you?
I didn't say the store.
Okay.
I said in Miami.
No, not the store. I'm saying, but not that you called them out on the podcast. That you went into the store and called them out on it and said, "Yo."
No. I was just talking to them.
Yeah, whatever.
And I'm like, listen. He's like, oh, I don't know.
Juancho's combative about his video games.
A second later, the manager tells him, remove the magazines from the counter.
See what I'm saying? That's what you did. Oh my gosh.
So yeah. So that's my EA. EA, it's in your wallet.
EA, get a loan.
I think you're gonna need to get a loan.
That's right. That's right.
So the Splatfest winner of 2017 Sci-Fi versus Fantasy goes to the Team Sci-Fi. Woo woo
woo! I don't get it.
You either have to pick Sci-Fi or Fantasy.
I remember that from the last episode, but
So yeah, really Vibe.
Yeah.
Vibe is currently trying to advertise the podcast.
I forgot. What you guys have to realize is that I'm supposed to do this beforehand. I completely forgot because Juancho's like, I want to do this really quickly. So I'm like, oh my god, I gotta put up something. So I'm Snapchatting simultaneously while trying to make the caption and trying to save it so I can post it on Facebook simultaneously. Multitasking.
The site doesn't want to go.
What are you doing?
The site doesn't want to go.
Where?
I can't scroll up.
Oh, click it.
I don't know.
Oh, it's processing a request. What did you do?
I don't know.
Did the internet go down again?
No.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Okay.
So
do it per memory.
All right. So Pokemon Go's next event to help you find all Pokemons. So let's do it. Woo-hoo! So guys, this article is coming from Polygon.com, the number one source for news for the Geek Bros.
Number two source.
Polygon.
Yahoo's our number one source.
No. What kind of fake news is this?
Oh my god.
Really?
I apologize. Do you Yahoo?
Listen, the only reason why you use Yahoo is because you have nothing else at work to go into.
On the day job, it's true. On the day job, I can't get any other links than from Yahoo, so I just sent a bunch of Yahoo clicks. And he goes, I'm not using this crap. Find a better link. I said, you find a better link.
And I actually do, because
it's true. He does find a better link. He does. And
more.
Juancho does. Juancho does a lot of pre-production work. He does a really good job pre-producing this show. I just want to say that.
God dang! Every single time I'm like, what is this Yahoo crap? What if this thing's a lie? Fake news.
It is so funny.
So Niantic has launched a worldwide challenge for Pokemon Go players to encourage them to get out there and catch them all, and take home an enticing reward or two in progress from November 20th to the 26th. The Pokemon Go Global Challenge will encourage players to travel beyond their unusual training grounds so that they can collectively grab more billions of Pokemon. So the rewards are bronzes, 500 million catches get you XP times 2 and 6 hours of the lure. Silver, that's 1.5 billion catches, gets you 6 hours of lure, XP times 2, and another little weird looking thing times 2. The gold, that is 3 billion catches, everybody gets Farfetch, available worldwide, which is only exclusive to those in Asia, and Kakistan, available only in East Asia. So now,
what?
Kazakhstan.
Genghis Khan. You guys saw me on the. I'm here doing.
Genghis Khan.
Hold on. I'm here doing. Like I said, doing the social media awareness right now, the marketing. He says What did you say? Kakistan? And I jump up like, what are you talking about? He means Genghis Khan.
Yeah, Genghis Khan.
Jesus.
But the global event challenge will bring us all one step closer to finishing our collective. That is, if the players can get out there and find 3 billion Pokemon to catch before November 26th.
Didn't somebody already catch 500 million?
So
that's lies.
Garbanzo and Pink Jazz, you all better get your act together and go catch us some Pokemon. Because
no, but can we talk about that article where it says apparently it's a one person?
Yeah, catch 5 million Pokemon.
Is it possible?
Unless they're cheating and they want to use the worldwide, I don't know, something weird. I don't know. Pokemon, man. It's all about Pokemon. Catching Pokemon.
It's Pokemon, man. It's all about Pokemon.
I've been trying to watch a new Pokemon movie, but I can't find it. I'm very depressed. I want to go cry and tell little ball.
It's on.
So, Vi, before we get into the biggest controversial topic of the year that is going to be happening very soon in the next 2 weeks.
Controversial topics.
Anything stands out for you for Black Friday? Anything that you want to get or anything?
Not a thing.
Really, not whatsoever, right?
Nothing.
I haven't seen. I'm trying to find me a micro SD card for my Nintendo Switch that is over 128. So I don't want to
Switch. Hey,
everybody on
it.
this.
Turn it around now. Do it.
Switch.
And ooh la 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 Switch.
Exactly. So yeah, alright guys. So time for Vibe. Vibe.
Huh?
Talk dirty to me.
Talk dirty to you. This is a controversial topic. We're already there?
Oh,
look at that. Alright, so this special controversial topic is net neutrality. Now, this is
Vibe, what is net neutrality?
This is a huge... Why is my thing not working? That's what she said. This is a huge discussion. Okay, so first, and this is right now I'm on Save the Internet. It's a free provided by Free Press. So SaveTheInternet.com. This is where I'm getting this information from. If you want to read it. What is net neutrality? Net neutrality is the internet's guiding principle. It preserves our right to communicate freely online. Net neutrality means an internet that enables and protects free speech. It means that the ISP should provide us with open networks and shouldn't block or discriminate against any applications, content that write over the networks. Just as your phone company shouldn't decide who you should call, these ISPs shouldn't tell us where we should go. Okay, without net neutrality, cable and phone companies can carve the internet up into fast and slow lanes. They can choose what to slow down, what to block, and they can even charge extra fees for preferential treatment and stuff like that. Why is it important if we lose net neutrality? The internet without net neutrality isn't really the internet. Unlike the open internet that has paved the way for so many innovations, has given a platform to people such as the Geek Bros, by the way. Okay, and if you found us, you probably found us through the net neutrality process. Okay, it gives everybody a shot and any content to succeed and to go through. This would be an enormous impact to companies like AT&T, Comcast, and Verizon, which will be able to decide what can be seen or heard, and they can block what you can block. Okay,
that's a big thing.
This is huge. Right now, Congress has been presented with a bill to end net neutrality. This is why I told Juancho we need to discuss this and we need to get a call to action to stop this from happening, because the internet will not be the internet if this passes.
Can you imagine, if let's say Verizon or the leads are there, because these companies are done by the board. Oh, we don't like Netflix. Let's start giving everybody to Hulu. That can hurt business for those streaming devices. For example, Comcast itself, you're going to slow their internet down if you only have internet. Because why? They're going to force you to get their TV because they know that your speeds are going to suck. So they can do all that type of stuff.
Well, that and more. You don't get it. They can literally say you can have all the speed in the world for these websites, but if you don't want to go to these websites, we're going to slow you down here. They can, and then
what companies can video game gaming online.
Exactly. And let's say one ISP provider favors the Sony network system. So that means they will give preferential speed to people running Sony. But if you want to run your Xbox, what if it slows down? Because they don't do the Xbox One or the Xbox, whatever the system is.
Exactly.
It's beyond that. But to dumb it down, if I had to think about it, if you're a gamer or and you enjoy your speeds for your game, but your particular provider only has a contract with Microsoft, and guess what? Only Microsoft is gonna speed through. Everything else is gonna be slow. You're gonna have a problem with it. And if you want to speed it up, they'll charge you fees. You see what I'm saying? And that's a problem. This right now is Title II. The FCC has brought this in, and they adopted it strongly to.
Guys,
it's Title II of the Communications Act.
If you guys go to this is your last chance to stop ISP from messing up your internet. The FCC just announced its plan to slash net neutrality rules allowing, you know, what Vibe says. If you guys go to battleforthenet.com,
Battleforthenet.com,
enter your phone number and call. You'll be able to go ahead and go and try to contact one of the congressmen in your city to try to get them to, hey, don't vote against it.
I agree, and
it's time for
we gotta stand up for this.
Even though we know right now, like we said earlier in many episodes, we know we don't concur with side of the politics we chose here, but this becomes more than that. This is something that we as a society currently are living off of the internet, and can you imagine what this will do to what our society is right now?
It will
being able to control us.
Censorship is it's a very slick way of saying censorship. Okay, they want to replace the agency's strong rules with voluntary conditions so that the ISP providers don't have to comply if they don't want to. The plan is to close the door. It's a closed-door meeting with the lobbyists since April 2017, and it officially kicked off its proceedings in May 18th. Okay, and when the FCC decided to start voting on this and pass a proposal along. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen. The beginning of censorship. It starts with this. So, if there's any time that you want to get involved and get active, please believe the Geek Bros and myself, on the side, we'll be getting active to prevent this. You already know how I felt about the YouTube controversies, and this goes way beyond that. Because if this happens, content will be restricted. It's the next step.
There's actually another website called VerizonProtest.com where you guys can actually go and voice your opinion about it and be able to join millions of those around to try to go out there and voice your choice. Guys, please, this is something serious.
Very
something
serious.
that you guys got to realize, because if we don't stand up for this, I mean, what our show and many other shows like this that, if they're not as, for example, what if they were not big as out there, they're gonna slow us down.
Of course,
it'll be hard
if
for
not
us to
block
get...
us. I mean, and you'll never be able to find things like this. And there's a lot of good content out there. The internet is a great reservoir for content and for yes, there's controversial things out there, but at the same time, it is a legitimate source of freedom that we have, and this is just the first step of censorship.
Here we go, guys.
So
those who live in South Florida, protest outside Verizon store against the rollbacks of net neutrality protections, December 7th at 5 p.m. on Pembroke Pines Verizon store. There's also a protest outside Verizon store against the rollbacks of net neutrality and Fort Lauderdale Verizon store, and Miami Verizon store. I will be posting these locations up on our information page of the Geek Bros, Keeping Up with the Geek Bros layout. Please, guys, please. It's important that you guys keep posted to the news right now on this situation. I understand that they're going to be voting on December 15th.
Yes.
So, guys, like I said, there's nothing more that we can say anymore.
we can't stress this any longer. You have been warned by the Geek Bros. So check it out, please. By all means, step up there. Make your voice heard. Let's stop this dead, because we the people still have power, and let's use it with God.
We the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice in.
So with that being said, we're gonna end it right there. Thanks for tuning in to Keeping Up the Geek Bros, episode 20. Vente. Okay, tall grande. And I've been Vibe.
This is Juancho.
And we really enjoy your time.
Vibe, where can we find us?
Oh yeah! This is a production of Vibe Revelation Studios. You can go on to Vibe Studios. That's www.viberevelstudios.com for all things Geek Bros and then some. Then we've got our Instagram and our Twitter and our Facebook. Carry on.
The Facebook is Geek Bros. It's GEEKBR
0S.
Same as the Instagram and the Twitter.
And the Twitter. You can actually talk to us via email. You should do it. Juancho.
Geek Bros. That's GEEKBROS at Outlook.com.
Because Juancho likes to confuse our audience.
Just because it's Juancho.
Thanks again for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Happy holidays. Don't overeat.
Eat a lot of turkey.
Okay, don't overeat. And we got Friendsgiving coming up.
Yeah, woo woo.
Woo, I'm making
Friday.
ham. So
I'm making something.
So stay safe. Vote. Don't vote. Talk. Don't talk. But make your voice heard. And we appreciate your time.
And I love you.
Thanks so much for thanks so much for checking out episode 20, the video recap. Remember what we said? Super important. Happy holidays. Blah 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 blah.
Keeping up with the Geek Bros.
Ooh, no, that's not what she said. So what she said to you?
To him.
Oh.
Let's just say he's not engaged because of his girl.
I wish I wasn't.
In a world where geeking out never looked so good, two incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure.
That sounds weird. I'm scared.
Here's your hosts, Juancho and Keeping up with the Geek Bros.